Get ready for the action, because we are diving straight into the end of the season awards with massive news from Arsenal. We are talking about Alessia Russo, who has been a powerhouse this term, racking up 11 goals and 6 assists in 20 matches, and she is nominated for the WSL Player of the Season award. We will break down everything you need to know about this incredible performance and why her nomination is so significant for the entire league.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we shift focus to the coaching side with major news regarding Renee Sledgers. Our head coach has been nominated for the Manager of the Season award after steering Arsenal to a strong third place in the WSL, setting the team up for a potential second-place finish. We explore the tactical decisions and the incredible defensive record that has made Arsenal the league's best side, conceding the fewest goals, and why Sledgers is being recognized for this outstanding campaign. Now for some high-stakes drama as we look at the goalkeeping nominations. We examine the 2 goalkeepers put forward for the Save of the Season award, including Daphne van Domselaar for her crucial stops against Carla Camacho and Bethany England from Tottenham Hotspur. We also look at Anik Borb's recent stellar performance, winning Save of the Month with a stunning stop against Manchester United, and the incredible saves that define this season. And finally, we wrap up with a look at goal-scoring excitement, as Jessie Gale is nominated for the Women's Super League 2 goal of the season for an impressive lob against Nottingham Forest. The voting for all these major awards closes at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, so tune in right now to see who wins these accolades, and don't forget to cast your vote. Arsenal is seeking fan votes for 5 players at the end of the Barclays Women's Super League Season Awards, with voting closing at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. The nominations feature several key Arsenal figures. Alessia Russo is up for the WSL Player of the Season award, having registered 11 goals and 6 assists in 20 matches this season, marking her 4th consecutive campaign with 10 or more goals. Fans are encouraged to vote for Russo. Renee Sledgers, the head coach, has been nominated for Manager of the Season, following the team's strong performance, which propelled Arsenal to 3rd place in the WSL with a potential second-place finish. The team's defensive solidity has also been highlighted, conceding only 13 goals, 5 behind Manchester City. Furthermore, Arsenal has maintained an impressive unbeaten run of 15 matches in the WSL, including a single away loss to Man City in October, surpassing their longest streak in a single campaign since 2012. Renee Sledgers' leadership is a key focus for the Manager of the Season vote. For the Save of the Season award, 2 goalkeepers are nominated. Daphne van Domselaar, recognized for stops against Carla Camacho of Brighton and Hove Albion, and Bethany England of Tottenham Hotspur. Anik Borb also received recognition for January's Save of the Month for a stunning stop against Fridolina Rolfo in a 0-0 draw with Manchester United. Finally, Jessie Gale, currently on loan at Bristol City, is nominated for the Women's Super League 2 Goal of the Season award for an impressive lob against Nottingham Forest in January. All votes must be cast before the deadline. London's Premier League relegation battle has taken an unexpected civic turn, with local officials urging fans of Arsenal, Chelsea, and other London teams to back West Ham United over Tottenham Hotspur. Mayor Sadiq Khan has issued a direct appeal to Londoners who do not support Spurs, suggesting they should instead cheer for the Hammers to safeguard city finances. Khan highlighted the significant financial implications for the city taxpayers. He warned that if West Ham were relegated, the city could face a cumulative bill of an extra £2.5 million, or $3.4 million, due to the added costs associated with hosting championship fixtures at the London Stadium. This concern stems from the 2016 deal brokered by former Mayor Boris Johnson, which allowed West Ham to rent the stadium for free for 100 years, with the majority of hosting costs falling onto the Greater London Authority, and consequently, the London taxpayer. Khan described the arrangement as a deal of the century that resulted in a potential annual loss of up to £2.5 million for the city. The relegation race is currently focused between Spurs and West Ham, with only 2 games remaining in the campaign. While the financial fallout for Tottenham's billionaire owners could potentially exceed $300 million, Khan emphasized that the direct impact on local taxpayers, a cost of less than 50 pence per individual, is a very real budgetary issue. Labour Assembly member Bassem Mahfouz added that the financial situation is a fiasco so badly negotiated could only be described as an own goal. He noted that West Ham's rent would have if they dropped into the championship, saving £2.2 million, and pointed to increased expenditure on stewarding due to the higher number of home fixtures in the second tier. Khan concluded his message by advising non-Spurs supporters to back West Ham, stating plainly, "You should probably be cheering on West Ham, because the taxpayer will lose out if West Ham go down." The stadium itself is owned by the Greater London Authority, reinforcing the direct link between the club's fate and the city's budget. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has expressed confidence that Crystal Palace will maintain a professional approach in their team selection against Arsenal on the final day of the Premier League season, a match that could determine the title race. The fixture is scheduled for May 24th at Selhurst Park. This timing is notable as Palace also faces a Conference League final match just 3 days later, raising the possibility that manager Oliver Glasner might opt to rest key players ahead of a significant fixture in the club's history. Manchester City, currently in second place, trails Arsenal by 5 points, with a crucial game in hand against Palace on Wednesday. City's path to the title likely hinges on Arsenal failing to secure points against Palace, especially considering Arsenal's upcoming home game against Burnley on Monday. When questioned about concerns over a weakened Palace squad, Guardiola was resolute. He stated, "They are so professional, the teams. Crystal Palace will play top against us. We saw Leeds yesterday against Spurs even being out of the relegation battle and staying in the Premier League again how they compete." Guardiola added, "We have played here against Aston Villa in the past, or West Ham, they had nothing to play and we saw how difficult it was. So I'm pretty sure Palace will do their best." Conversely, Crystal Palace manager Oliver Glasner dismissed criticism regarding the team selection. Following their recent victory over Shakhtar Donetsk to reach the Conference League final, Glasner insisted, "It would be nonsense for people to criticize him for fielding a weakened lineup against Arsenal. I'm not responsible for Arsenal. I'm not responsible for Manchester City. I'm responsible for Crystal Palace. And I get paid for doing the best things for Crystal Palace, and not for City and not for Arsenal." Glasner also offered a philosophical outlook on the title race, suggesting that the outcome is a culmination of 38 match days. "Again, I don't know what we're doing yet. Maybe we'll be playing with the same lineup that we'll play against Vallecano. Maybe it feels like the league title is decided on the last day. But at the end, it's a result of 38 match days and everybody gets what they deserve." Manchester City faces a critical test in their pursuit of the Premier League title with a must-win fixture against Crystal Palace. The clash is scheduled for Wednesday, May 13, at 8 p.m. GMT at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City's grip on the title race has been slipping, following a solid home victory over Brentford on Saturday. But league leaders Arsenal's controversial win against West Ham the following day has once again placed City behind in the championship battle. A victory over Palace would reduce the gap to league leaders Arsenal to just 2 points, leaving both teams with 2 games remaining. However, City must also secure a win against Bournemouth in their penultimate match to maintain their contention for the title through to the final round on May 24. Failure to secure points against Palace could severely jeopardize City's title hopes. A draw would place them 4 points behind Arsenal, and a defeat would leave a 5-point gap, potentially allowing Arsenal to be crowned champions as early as Monday, May 18, especially if they secure victories against Burnley. Arsenal's path to the title is viewed as highly probable, with Opta's supercomputer projecting an 87.2% chance for them to win. Should Arsenal win their final 2 matches, They would secure the title regardless of Manchester City's results. If Manchester City were to win all 3 remaining matches and Arsenal drew one of their 2 fixtures, the final table placings could be determined by head-to-head results, as City has won 4 points against Arsenal this season. While the odds of this scenario are low, it would represent the closest title race in history. Looking ahead, City faces Bournemouth on May 19, followed by Aston Villa in their final match on May 24. Arsenal has a comparatively easier run-in, hosting Burnley on May 18 before playing Palace on the final day. Manager Pep Guardiola expressed his perspective on the season, acknowledging that the fate is no longer entirely in his hands, but emphasizing the team's consistency and the enjoyment of the run-in. He highlighted the significance of the League Cup win and the FA Cup final against Chelsea. Statistically, City and Palace have a history of rivalry, with City winning 40 of their 75 meetings since 1921. Key absences for Manchester City include defenders Josko Gvardiol and Abdulkadir Kusanov, defensive midfielder Rodri, goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma, and several other players. Guardiola is reportedly considering rotating the squad, with striker Omar Marmoush being named as a potential key player for the closing stages of the season.